Even if it means me taking a chubby, I will suck it up.
And now, back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Back on the Big Dumb Fun Show. That was the Jefferson with their song Running. They're from Sydney, Australia. Submitted some music to us. You can do that if you're a band. Send us an email with an MP3, preferably radio friendly, to info@bigdumbfunshow.com.
One come across the email just minutes before the show. Haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but looking forward to reviewing that shortly after the show. It's time for continued sports with a guy named Chris. Chris, sports related. This past weekend, I was doing my duties at the Isle of Capri. I was up in the sports bar, and they had the hockey game on. I usually don't watch hockey, but I happened to see this. It was
you're
apparently
not alone in that, by the way.
It was a playoff game, which they had like
and
half of
you didn't
a
have
season.
the remote control.
I had no remote. I was forced to watch hockey. It was between the Blackhawks and the Kings. Playoff game. I watched a great deal of it, and all I kept thinking was, why am I not a fan of hockey? Like, this is bad ass. Very fast-paced, very violent.
That game went double overtime, overtime, right?
You have to be very athletic in order to play. Lots of fights and penalties and missing teeth and violence. Why am I not more of a hockey fan? And maybe it's because I didn't grow up with it, and I don't understand it. Maybe it's too much like basketball, and I hate basketball. But, man, I think I might check out hockey a little bit more. Go ahead.
I mean, we have an amazing local team, the Independence, whatever the heck they're called.
The Mavs. The
Mavericks.
Mavs.
They're
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, but they're not professional hockey.
No,
though.
well, they're semi-pro.
This is
But
like
I heard
regional
the games
hockey.
I heard the games are really cool, and I
They
can
are
usually
fun.
get free. I got connections there.
Secret here, Venkman, professional hockey, regional league hockey, right? They skate almost as fast. Same size puck.
Yeah? Actually, I do
The
have
sticks are the same size.
I have
The
a
goal
complaint.
is the same size.
I have a
It's
complaint
almost
about
the
the
same
puck.
thing, except you don't have those big black hawks.
What's that?
Did he say Black Hawk?
Black Hawks.
Yeah, you don't have big black hawks
Okay.
hanging out on the ice.
Like
because
that.
it's hockey. And but one thing I did have the chip inside the puck that is supposed to tell you where the puck is at. Apparently that was missing, or NBC Sports could not afford it. I would really like to know where that puck is. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, no, that's why a lot of people
Come
don't
on.
like
I was like,
hockey
do they
on
have a
TV.
smartphone device or something? I was unaware they had a chip in the puck.
No, there's a chip inside the puck that the camera will
I've seen
read.
a puck
and-
with a chip in it,
Yeah.
but that's different than a chip in the puck.
No, a chip, like a microchip inside the puck,
Like a tracking
that will,
device.
like a tracking device that when they hit it really hard, you'll kind of see it like kind of go across the ice, and you can keep track of it a lot better. I was kind of upset with that.
I'm
But
having a hard time following.
I'm
it.
writing a sternly worded letter to NBC Sports.
Well, I can tell you, it's going to be the Kings did lose that game in double overtime, and it is going to be the Blackhawks versus the Bruins. By the way, the Bruins won it 2 years ago, and they are returning 17 players from that championship team. So it's going to be a good series. And, the Blackhawks, I didn't think they could beat the Kings, but they looked really good in that series, so that was pretty amazing.
Everyone seemed to be doing their job.
That's our hockey.
Everyone seemed to be doing just fine.
Exactly. That seems to be my only hockey take for the year, so I hope you enjoyed it.
That's fine. No, Gil Cole is a big hockey fan. He might be in here in a little bit to talk about that, but let's talk about hockey with Gil, too, when he comes in. He's always upset that you don't talk about hockey, so I had to get it out of you a little bit.
Absolutely. We'll see. He'll appreciate the 17 returning players. Okay?
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, you can only get information like that from USA Today.
I'm going to try to pretend like I knew that. When he comes in, I'm going to be like a hockey expert.
I was surprised he knew it. I
Yeah, I
figured
was
he
gonna
must
say,
have
yeah.
a smartphone in
I
his
read
hand.
like
minute,
6
where did my
articles
USA
a year.
Today go?
Exactly. That's why I said you can only get that kind of information from USA Today. Okay.
All right.
Pac-Man Jones back in the news.
Oh, what's he up to now?
Yeah, you remember he is Adam Jones. Used to be
Yes.
called Pac-Man.
Oh, he wasn't by birth called Pac-Man Jones.
No, I think that he just started eating a lot of whatever.
It's a shame, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, arrested
Ghosts?
again. Arrested
He
again.
saw that whole Cinco Ocho blow up and figured he could do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he I guess he punched a woman in the face.
Nice.
So then he comes out tweeting. I want to read the exact tweet.
Did she deserve it?
Yeah, exactly. So here's what he tweeted.
I can't hear you now. You're out.
Yeah,
you're out
well,
of range.
sorry.
You're trying to read the tweet. What team did he play for?
Well, he plays for the Bengals. He went where Ocho Cinco left.
They go, what we really need here is a good woman beater.
Yeah, so I guess these drunk chicks walk up to him, ask him to take a picture with them.
He says, "Yeah, here's a shot."
He said, "No, I don't want to really take it.
Yeah.
You guys are drunk." they throw a beer bottle at him, so he punches her in the face and says that he was protecting himself. Wait a second. The bottle had already left her hand, okay?
Uh-huh.
And you're a professional football player. You shouldn't need to punch the woman in the face to protect yourself from
Duck
her.
and weave. Come
I mean,
on.
Come on.
Was he drunk at the time?
So now he's known as Mrs. Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah, he's in trouble. I mean, this dude, it's just been incessant. I mean, he's
Did the Bengals drop him?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They're looking into it. The NFL's looking at they suspended him. Goodell, Roger Goodell, the commissioner suspended him for a year, like a few years back. So, yeah, that'll probably happen again.
But at this point, they're determining the
Right. This just happened
facts.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they haven't decided that he's actually totally in the wrong yet.
But no matter what, he's in the wrong.
I can't imagine that he's not in the wrong. I mean,
Listen, she could have thrown like a chainsaw at him and missed him or whatever, chopped off an arm if he beat her.
with
if he
the
punched her.
with the removed arm, he would have still been part of the
Like
wrong.
this
Yes.
arm just fell off and
Yeah.
I smacked her with it. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry,
She cut
sir.
my arm
No,
off. I
that-
picked it
that
up with
arm
the other
fell
one and I
off,
beat her with
okay?
it.
Yeah.
The chainsaw just happened to be there.
You talked about some cheerleaders pimping each other out.
Yes.
Please go into some detail about this,
Okay.
if you would.
Absolutely. So this.
Feel free not to leave anything out.
Well, I do want to say congratulations to Tebow signing with the Patriots.
Get into the story, though.
So here we go. Minneapolis High School. This student, she's 16. She puts on her Facebook that she needed some money, and so the cheerleader, the head cheerleader over there in Minneapolis at Maple Grove High School, approaches her and says, "Hey, listen,
They don't call me the head cheerleader for nothing."
Exactly. And so for $60, she takes this chick, she drops her off. I guess the 16-year-old gives oral sex to the customer, and makes $60 for it.
Okay.
How much is the head cheerleader's cut?
Hey, does she take a percentage?
Yeah, I mean that's a whole pimping thing going on here.
Wow. Is this the first time it's ever been done, or they just busted a ring?
No, there's no ring. A Nuva ring.
Oh, this is actually really horrible because now this is child trafficking.
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
It's
yeah. That's what they got. They got her for child trafficking too.
Did they get the guy?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I just know the girl's mother had checked the cell phone and noticed she was kind of acting weird. And
How did they
Maybe
find
saw
out?
the Facebook post.
yeah, well,
What
saw
did she need the money for? Did she say?
No, she didn't say, but I know that the man refused. Another man refused the 16-year-old, and then there was like this altercation, and the mother read about it, and
All right, sports with a guy named Chris. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, guys.
You have a great night.
3, 2, 1, go. Don't touch your what? Don't touch my what? Don't touch my booty.